Hi friends, hope you are all doing well. Welcome back to our CSAP video series. Today we will discuss on optional parameters. So let's get started. Optional parameters. Let us define default values for method parameters so callers can omit them when invoking the method. So optional parameter allows us to define default values for method parameters. Default values for method parameters so caller can omit them when invoking the method. This feature adds flexibility and reduces the need for method overloading. So what is the key concept of optional parameter? Optional parameter must be defined at the end of the parameter list. Each optional parameter must have a default value. We can use them in methods, constructor, indexer and delegates introduced in CSAP 4.0. So what is exactly optional parameter is, let us discuss by this example. So if you see, this is a greet is a method and these are the parameters for this method, name and this greeting, and we can say this greeting as a optional parameter. So what it is saying, optional parameter allow us to define default values for method parameters. So this is the hello is the default value for the greeting parameter for method. So callers can omit them when invoking the method. So we can also omit this greeting parameter value when we will invoke this method or we will call this method. This features adds flexibility and reduces the need for method overloading. So whenever we will discuss on method overloading, it will be more clear. But for now, we can understand like this will add flexibility in our program. So if we need any any parameters value, then we can pass that. Otherwise, it will take the optional parameter as the default value, or the default value as the, it will print the default value if we will not give any value to this greeting parameter. So, and some key concept is there. Optional parameter must be defined at the end of the parameter list. So first run and see the output here. What I have done here, I have defined one method called greet, and here I am printing this greeting and name. And inside this main method, what I am trying to do is, here I am calling this greet method with one parameter, that is Jyoti, which is for this name parameter, and I have omitted this greeting parameters here. I have not sent any value for this greeting parameter, and here I have sent all these two parameters, one for name and another for greeting. So here is the main concept of optional parameter. Either we can send any value for this greeting parameter, or we can omit this parameter as well. That is add more flexibility in our program. If it is not needed at all, like I want to print this hello Jyoti, then it will be fine. But if we don't want, like in any exceptional case, I don't want to print this hello, instead of that I am trying to, or I need to print this welcome. In that case, I can pass this parameter value in our method invocation. So that is our optional parameter. Let's run and see the output. First is greeting, then name. So in case of this first call, I have not sent any parameter, so it should print the default value as hello and then Jyoti. And in second case, I have sent both the values, so it should print welcome Jyoti. See, hello Jyoti, welcome Jyoti. That is our main purpose of optional parameter. That is optional. If we want to pass, then we can pass, otherwise we can omit. That is purely optional, but one default value should be set while declaring this parameter inside our method declaration. So optional parameter must be defined at the end of the parameter list. We cannot write this optional parameter, say here in the beginning of the, so it is showing an optional parameter must appear after all required parameters. So these are the required parameters and these are the optional parameter. So all the required parameters should be written first, then this optional parameter should come at the end. That is the syntax or concept. Each optional parameter must have a default value. So as it is optional, so we should declare a, or it is mandatory to assign a default value for every optional parameter. We can use them in methods, constructor, indexer and delegates. Any of these we can use our optional parameter, and it is introduced in C# 4.0. This is the this is the example we have already seen here. And if we omit the optional parameter, the default value is used. Default value must be compile time constant like number, strings and null. So this is our example of optional parameter. That's all about optional parameters. I hope you found this session helpful and informative. Please check the description below for detailed notes. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more C# topics. See you in the next video.